Seeing Possibilities, and this is part 2. Seeing Possibilities, part 2. I want to ask a few questions as we begin tonight, and this is my first question. Sincerely, have you reviewed your 2025 effectively? Some people are making a mental task of it. You're just sitting and you're just thinking, and you're just reflecting until you start documenting thoughts and ideas, until you start writing your conclusions down. Your review might not be effective until you ask some of your stakeholders questions. You won't get the kind of feedback you need so that you can make the right adjustments. The second question I want to ask you tonight is, have you started documenting your plans for 2026? Do you have your plans laid out? Are you writing down your goals and your faith projects? Are you writing down your expectations? Have you designed a routine for 2026? What is your personal growth routine going to be like in 2026? What is the system you are going to subject yourself to make that year a better year? Listen to this. It is not enough to want a better year. If you don't plant the seeds, you will not harvest the crop. It's important. A lot of times we desire, we are passionate. Sometimes we even hustle. But when you don't do the right things at the right time, you will not get the right results. Now, my focus today is to help you make the connection between your vision and your success. Okay? Between your vision and your success. And this is the big idea we are considering today. All things being equal, the quality of your vision will determine the quality of your results. All things being equal, the quality of your vision will determine the quality of your results. You see, whatever it is that you do, whatever it is that you engage in the new year, maybe you are a service provider, maybe you are an employee, okay, you're a member on a team, a volunteer team, whatever it is that you do, the solutions you are able to bring, the contribution you are able to bring is tied to the quality of your vision. And that's why I want to talk about your vision. I want to talk about this ability you have to see beyond the obvious. Now listen to this. The word vision refers to two connected ideas. The word vision refers to two connected ideas, and I want to share them with you tonight. Vision is your ability to see with your mind. That's one meaning of the word vision. The second one is the one we considered last week, okay, from John Maxwell. Vision is a picture of the future that produces passion. I need you to understand that both the ability to see and what is seen is interchangeably referred to as vision. Now, our focus today is the ability to see with your mind. You see, what you see with your mind, which we still call vision, is determined really by the ability to see with your mind. Now, as it is with physical sight, so it is with imagination. Some people can see farther, they can see faster, and they can see better than others. Just as it is physically. Some people's physical eyesight is sharper than some other person's physical eyesight. It is the same thing with our minds, with our imaginations. Some people can see farther, some people can see faster, some people can see better than others. But the good news I came to share with you tonight is that the human mind can be trained to see possibilities. Okay? The human mind, unlike the physical eyes, the human imagination can be trained to see possibilities. I'm trying to let you understand that seeing possibilities is not a gift, it is a discipline. Seeing possibilities is not a gift, it is a discipline. It is an ability you can acquire. You can train yourself. Tonight, I want to share with us the story of William Kamkwamba, or Kamkwamba. I've been working on this name all day. William Kamkwamba, all right? The boy who harnessed the wind. I know some of us have seen the movie. I've got a little bit of his story that I want to share with us tonight for us to see how that no matter what a person is dealing with, no matter how difficult a person's circumstance is, it does not matter. The human mind can be trained to see possibilities. So let's read together briefly the story of William Kamkwamba. When a severe famine struck Malawi in 2001, 14-year-old William Kamkwamba had to drop out of school because his family could no longer afford the fees. But instead of surrendering to hopelessness, he began spending his days in a small village library. One day, he stumbled upon a science book with diagrams of windmills. Though he had never seen electricity up close, the possibility sparked in his mind. If a windmill can generate power, then I could build one to help my family. With no money, no formal training, and no tools beyond scrap materials, William began experimenting. Neighbors mocked him. Some thought he was crazy, but his mind was fixed on possibility. Using discarded bicycle parts, PVC pipes, a tractor fan, and a wood from a blue gum tree, he constructed a makeshift windmill. It was rough and unstable, but it worked. It generated electricity for one light bulb. That single bulb proved that his idea was valid. William improved his design and built a larger windmill that powered his family's home and pumped water for irrigation. This innovation transformed his village, attracted national attention, and eventually led him to TED, global education, and international recognition. What an insightful story. And of course, this is not make-believe. The story of William Kamkwamba has been documented even in a movie you can watch on Netflix tonight. It's titled The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind. And the essence of this story is that the human mind can be trained to see possibilities, regardless of the past, regardless of the present. Okay, the lesson for us there is that, like I said last week, for some people, 2025 was a great year. For some other persons, 2025 was a terrible year. For some other persons, 2025 was, just somewhere there. Was not too good. It was not too bad. But the most important thing at this point is that wherever it is that you stand, from that point, you must see your way forward. You must see possibilities. You see, your value to your team, your value to your organization, your value to the relationships, that you find yourself in is determined by the quality of solutions you are able to bring to the table. And if you are going to bring solutions, if you are going to add value to other people, of a necessity, you must be able to see possibilities. Tonight, I want to share with you 5 powerful disciplines that will help you train your mind to seeing possibilities. Are you ready for that tonight? 5 powerful principles to train your mind to see possibilities. This is the first one. Renew your inner narrative. Why do I say that? It is because your mind can only notice what your belief permits. Let me say that again. Your mind can only notice what your beliefs permit. If your inner narrative is full of fear, if it is full of defeat, if your mind is fixed, you will unconsciously filter out opportunities. You see, it is not that opportunities are not coming. It is not that there are no possibilities, but some minds are trained to see the negative. So if you are going to see positivity, if you're going to see possibilities, then you have to train your inner, you have to renew your inner narrative. You have to replace limiting self-talk with constructive statements. Let me tell you what I need you to do. On a daily basis, I want you to ask yourself this question. What else could be true? Beyond the things I already believe, what else could be true? The power of this question is that it will break mental rigidity. It will force your mind to explore. Okay? What else could be true? What have I believed for so long that is limiting me? What will free me if only I will believe differently? How will I make progress if I believe differently? For those who are people of faith, I challenge you to even pray about it and ask God to expand your perspectives to help you to see things differently. But the first discipline is what? Renew your inner narrative. Your mind can only notice what your beliefs permit. So the moment your beliefs change, you are giving your mind permission to notice other things. That's the first discipline. The second discipline, expose your mind to new ideas. Expose your mind to new ideas. I'm saying that because you cannot see beyond what you consistently feed your mind. Again, you cannot see beyond what you consistently feed your mind. So I'm asking you to read, listen, and learn outside of your default circle. Read wide. Okay? So, a few years ago, I heard Nia Adesanya make this statement, profound statement. He said, you must know something about everything, and you must know everything about something. So there is a field in which you operate. Yes, you should know everything about your field, but then expand your mind to know something about every other thing. You may not be involved in entertainment, but learn something about it. You may not be involved with engineering, but learn something about it. You may not be in the world of computers, but learn something about it. You may not be in automobile, learn something about it. You may not, be in the fashion business, learn something about it. Expose your mind to new ideas. Another way to do that is to talk to people with different backgrounds and experiences. As you meet new people with different backgrounds, with different experiences, ask them questions and listen. This is what I have found out. People feel good with themselves when you ask them questions about them. So when you travel to places you've not been before and you meet new people, ask them questions about themselves. Ask them about life in that place and then listen. By listening to new people, by listening to people who operate outside of your field, you expand your mind to new ideas. And I'm sure you have heard it before. Traveling is not an expense, it is an investment. So visit new places, try new skills, attend different events. Okay, step out of your default circle, meet new people, hear new things, watch documentaries, okay, watch movies that are not in your, default area of interest. The reason why we are saying this is because new ideas create new mental pathways, making fresh possibilities visible. The moment you start listening to fresh ideas, listening to different people, you will start seeing things differently. You will be blessed with their perspective. Okay, don't hold on to your own way alone. Just listen to other people. We are looking at 5 disciplines to help you train your mind to see possibilities. This is the third one. See beyond obstacles. look for opportunities. Okay? See beyond obstacles. Look for opportunities. The reason is that the average mind instantly spots what is wrong, but the trained mind looks for what can work. So what you want to do is you want to make a shift from problem focus to possibility focus. All right. So the moment you find yourself in a difficult situation, in the face of any challenge, I want you to say to yourself, all right, where is the opportunity in this challenge? To switch your mind from problem focus to possibility focus. The reason why I'm saying so is because, life is like a coin with two sides. In every challenge, there are opportunities, just as every opportunity has challenges. So when you see a challenge, look beyond the challenge and look for the opportunity. The presence of the challenge is the proof of the opportunity. Okay? The presence of the challenge is proof of the opportunity. So the moment you see challenges, look beyond the challenges, look beyond obstacles, and look for possibilities. Look for opportunities. I am asking you to do that because your mind finds what it is trained to look for. Your mind finds what it is trained to look for. A simple analogy we use is when a person decides, you know what, in 2026, I'm going to buy a brand new, let's say, red Honda Civic. Just use that as an example. Now, it would amaze you how that you will say to yourself, have I ever seen a brand new red Honda Civic before? From the moment you set your heart to it and then you start looking around, suddenly you will start noticing Honda Civic. That's the starting point, of different colors. Then you will spot the red one, you spot another one, then it will dawn on you. They've always been there, but you didn't notice them because you were not looking for them. You can train your mind to see possibilities. And this thought suggestion is very, very powerful. The moment you see a challenge, look beyond the challenge and look for the opportunity. Like I said, life is like a coin with two sides. In every challenge, there are opportunities. In every opportunity, yes, there are challenges. All right, so look beyond obstacles and see opportunities. Principle number 4, expand your mind through visualization. Expand your mind through visualization. This is something I've said for so many years. Our imagination is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. I'm saying to you that possibility is first seen internally before it manifests externally. Okay, so maybe, for example, spend up to like 5 to 10 minutes every day just visualizing your goals vividly. It is what we call daydreaming. Believe you me, it is something you can do to train your mind to see possibilities. And you will bear me witness that, you see, this thing I'm asking us to do is not something difficult. We did it when we were kids. We used our imagination a lot. Okay? What we are asking you to do is to regain that wonder of a child. And just sit down and say, okay, you know what, so in 2026, I'm going to save about 300K every month. Just imagine yourself saving it every month. Imagine how every month it's going 300 to 600 to 900, 1.2, okay? And imagine, and then the money snowballs into whatever it is you want it to be. And maybe you want to save up that money. Maybe you want to buy your own first landed property and see yourself by December 2026 getting your C of O. Just imagine how you are driving down from wherever you are staying now to that new site, okay? See yourself on the site and with a bulldozer clearing the bush, okay? See yourself laying foundation. Just imagine if you will spend about 10 minutes every day visualizing your goals vividly. Listen, they will become real to you, okay? They will become real to you. And the beautiful thing about the imagination is the moment you see possibility, you cannot unsee them. Okay? The moment you see possibilities, you cannot unsee them. Thoughts are things. And when some of these thoughts stay long enough on your heart, Listen, your mind will figure out how to bring them to reality. But what that does is, on that level, it no longer is a problem anymore. It was Mike Murdoch who said so many years ago that you will never be afraid of a dog if you keep a lion as a pet. It's as simple as that. Once you solve a problem, okay, that problem, solving that kind of a problem becomes a normal way for your mind to think. So for example, if you right now have a 2 million naira problem, a 3 million naira problem, and you figure out a solution, the next time you have a 3 million naira problem, it's not a problem anymore. You have conquered it. You know how to solve it. Now, the beautiful thing is that your mind does not know the difference between make-believe or reality. So the same way you can solve the 3 million naira problem because you actually have the problem is the same way, even though you don't have the problem, you can spend time visualizing how to solve the problem. I say this to employees, to subordinates all the time. From time to time, play the role of your boss. Take the average problem they solve on a regular basis and ask yourself, if I were in his shoes, how would I solve this problem? And truly prefer solutions. Don't be mentally lazy. Train your mind. That's how you visualize. Okay? See the steps, the people, see the steps, see the people you need to make progress, see the outcomes, visualize. This is what I'm asking you to do. Or better still, this is why I'm asking you to visualize. It is because consistent visualization stretches your creativity and unlock ideas you didn't know you had. That's the truth. The same way when there's danger, we respond, sometimes with abilities we didn't know we have before. It is the same way. If you will visualize from time to time, it would amaze you the amount of wisdom locked up within you that you have never tapped into simply because you have never had some kinds of problems. But I'm asking you not to wait for such problems to come to you in real life before you train your mind to solve such problems. By visualization, you can train your mind to solve problems you don't have yet. Okay, so stretch your mind with visualization. The final discipline I'm asking you to embark upon tonight, in my opinion, is the most important. Surround yourself with possibility thinkers. Surround yourself with possibility thinkers. John Maxwell defines the law of environment this way. He said that growth thrives in conducive surroundings. Growth thrives in conducive surroundings. And I'm saying to you that people are mental thermostats. They set the temperature of your thinking. So stay close to people who dream big. Stay close to people who speak faith. Stay close to people who challenge assumptions. Once you see people around you who are naysayers, who are fearmongers, check out. Don't stay in such environment. Remember the law of environment. Okay? Growth thrives in conducive surroundings. In other words, if you are in a surrounding of possibilities, your mind will produce possible ideas for you. If you're in an environment of small thinkers, even if you are a smart and intelligent person, your mindset will shrink, your vision will shrink. Now, if you're a small-minded person and you continue to, associate with big thinkers, they will help you to stretch your mind. So I'm asking you to reduce exposure to chronic, complainers. Reduce exposure to chronic fearmongers. Reduce your exposure to people who don't believe in your possibilities. Make friends with people who find it easy to believe that all things are possible. The reason I'm saying this is because your mind will rise or shrink to the quality of your conversations. Your mind will rise or shrink to the quality of your conversations. What have we learned tonight? We have learned that the human mind can be trained to see possibilities. It doesn't matter the quality of your imagination right now. With time, you can train your mind to be greatly visionary. You can train your mind to be visionary. And tonight I want to show you again, especially those who want to take a screen grab of this, 5 transformative disciplines that train your mind to see possibilities. The first one is what? Renew your inner narrative. Number 2, expose your mind to new ideas. Number 3, see beyond obstacles. Look for opportunities. Number 4, expand your imagination through visualization. And number 5 is surround yourself with possibility thinkers. That's my presentation for tonight. I believe that you have picked 1 or 2 things you can use right away in your life. This is how I am getting ready for 2026. I'm reflecting, I am reviewing, I'm asking myself a lot of questions. I am reviewing and, identifying the principles that I'm going to be running with in the new year. From next week, we're going to talk about planning, okay? Because planning is winning. And I'm going to show you how I am planning for the new year, all right, as we continue to get ready for a better year in 2026.